upcoming, and you all know the series, Medal of Honor Warfighter. Well, what more can I say? We're back with the Tier 1 operatives, and it's looking as shiny and as polished as ever. What can you tell the guys about the game?
Well, Medal of Honor Warfighter is really the most authentic and the only modern first-person shooter that's coming out this holiday. We're super excited about the single-player side of things, the story that we have to tell people, and on the multiplayer side to introduce them to the fire teams and the new mechanics that we have in Warfighter.
The realism in the series has always been massive.
Yes.
I believe last time we were talking to, you actually brought in ex-Tier 1 operatives to basically give authenticism to the game, or realism. What can you tell, how hard was that to ensure like the guns are the same, it's a real feeling?
It's something that we really wanted to focus on. You know, as you said, authenticity is one of the tenets of Medal of Honor, and something that we focus on each and every time. We try and push each and every time. This time we had over 24 operators that we worked with to help us bring that authenticity into the game. And it's everything from, you know, holding their weapons, how they hold their weapons, to the gear they have, to how they set up their weapons. One big thing that we have in the multiplayer side is weapon customization. So each of the different soldiers, so we have, you know, the 12 different units, Navy SEALs, British SAS, Australian SASR, Russian Spetsnaz, you know, there's 12 of them. And each of them has a different way that they set up their weapon, you know, from the scope to the magazine to the receiver to the muzzle, and so we wanted to incorporate that into our weapon, into our customization system. So how we do that is we have, you unlock each of these soldiers as you go through the game. We have 6 classes and 12 units, so that's 72 different soldiers overall that you can unlock. And each of these comes with a weapon that has different presets on that weapon. And so those presets then unlock parts that you can switch onto other weapons. And
so we're getting a bit of adult Pokemon here. Gotta catch them all, shit.
Exactly. So, I mean, you can really tailor it to exactly how you like to play. If you like a more magnified scope, you can put a more magnified scope on your weapon. If you like your gun to be purple, you can make your gun purple. You know, it's unlocking the different camos.
So you pink gun-wielding maniacs can get your gun in the multiplayer like that.
Yeah. It's not quite free paint, but we have set camos, and there's a lot of those camos that you can go through and really customize your weapon.
Right. From a multiplayer aspect, the realism part, how hard was that to just trying to keep, obviously with story you're locked in on, you're kind of, the players are in the campaign story, a lot of single player, it's very linear, but with the multiplayer you've got to keep that realism but in a larger space, and you can't control the other players.
Right.
So
that's where, you know, the Tier 1 operators come in. You know, having people be able to pick which one they play as was a big part of that, because people like to customize their players and their weapons. Our fire team system is one of the biggest things that we did, and in consulting with our operators, you know, they say they're never alone on the battlefield. They always have somebody watching their back. You're watching somebody else's back. And so we wanted to bring that into the game, and we have that as a mechanic. So you can always see your buddy wherever he is on the battlefield. He's got a green outline, and it's like you have that direct communication. Our VoIP system also ties you directly into your fire team buddy. On top of that, we have the spawning, where you can spawn on your buddy. We have support action system, where when you do well, you get support action points. When your buddy does well, you also get support action points. Your buddy gets points when I do well. So it's a very symbiotic and cooperative relationship you have on the battlefield. And you know, you can talk to each other, you can call out things, but really it's that collaborative nature of, I'm not alone on the battlefield. I always have somebody who I can work with, who I can strategize with, and really play better in the game.
Location.
Yes.
It's always been a big thing. We're globe-trotting, Tier 1 operatives. I know there's talk of Somali fire towns, and am I right saying that? And there's a few other kind of ones that will kind of map-wise, multiplayer aspect, and even single player. What can you tell us about locations, different
So throughout the game, single player campaign, multiplayer, the locations we chose were really, again, going back to authenticity. We wanted to choose real-world hotspots where things are happening, where terrorist activity is happening, and where we're going in and trying to, make sure that the world is safe. Right. So you said Somalia. The pirate town is one place we call it Somalia Stronghold in our map in multiplayer. There's a Somalia map in the single player campaign as well that we showed at E3. And then we have locations like Sarajevo, Bosnia, and also where else do we have? We have Shogor Valley, which is in the Middle East there. So. Sorry, it's in Pakistan. So yeah, location. We have 8 maps in multiplayer, and each of them is directly tied to one of these real-world hotspots.
I have to ask, you were there when they were making. You had these consultants beside you. How scary were these guys?
You definitely knew they were dangerous, and you do not want to mess with these guys. I mean, they have that aura of confidence and the physique that you just know. I'm not messing with this guy. I'm not going to say a wrong word.
If he found a bug, you fix that bug.
Exactly.
Well, look, everyone knows Medal of Honor. It's a tried, trained, tested method of good first-person shooting. Warfighter, it brings the next step, and I know a lot of people are looking forward to it. I believe the street date is 23rd of October.
In the US it's October 23rd. In Europe it's October 26th.
Okay, so we've got an extra 3 days.
Yes.
It's not too bad. We can deal with that.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to ask, why should people buy this in 3 words or less?
3 words. Authenticity, fire teams, and fun.
There you go. Authenticity, firearms, and fun. AFF, there you go, people. That took me a second. It's a good one. Check it out. That's all I can say.